Hey, internets! It is Wednesday night, and that can only mean one thing. Tomorrow's Thursday, and we're gonna play D&D. It's 5th edition. It's Dragon of Icespire Peak. I am Wiley Hobbit, also known as Scott, out there in the where regular people live. And I'm gonna be your host and dungeon master, and I'll be managing the NPCs rather poorly this evening. Let's, man, this is episode 12 already. I can't hardly believe it. Let's go around the horn and we'll meet our players. So, just again, like usual, tell us a little bit about your character and what level and anything exciting that you think we should know. And we will start this time with Bryphon.
Hello, my name is Sabrina. I play a now level 3 Wood Elf Ranger named Bryphon, and I am scared about what's going to happen.
Scared? Oh, I can't imagine why you have anything to be scared of. Everything is fine, just like Ethan says with his visuals. Okay, very good. Let's go right above Bryphon to Lark.
Hey everybody, it's me, Shannon, Shannalogic across all the internet, and I'm playing Lark, the level 3 Death Domain Cleric Changeling. It is cold in my apartment, so please ignore the beard. That's all I got.
Nice. Very good. Very good. All right, let's go to the middle square here. Ezralyn, Ms. Misery.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, I'm Miss Wizard, also known as Kayla, and I'm playing Ezralyn, the half-orc Eldritch Knight. She's trying to remember spells. She's not sure how to do them yet. She figured out Mage Hand. That's it for me.
All right. Excellent. Let's go right beside you there. Ethan, what's up?
Hey everybody, I'm Chris, WikiVA on Discord and Twitch. My Twitter handle's below. I play Ethan, the 100th level human diviner.
Wow. Finally made it to 100th level.
Yeah,
Boy.
It was a big milestone. Happy to have made it. He's just a guy who hears voices and predicts things. He predicts danger for this episode.
Does he have to, though?
We'll see if
Does.
we'll see if his predictions come to fruition. All right. How about last but not least, our dear friend Lulu.
I'm Rebecca. I play Lulu, the level 3 druid, kobold, trying to find the brother, which is terrifying.
Yes. Yes, no frustration or angst. Yeah, we're into some tension at this point because the party last session left Phandalin in search of Rhodey, who is the brother of Bryphon and Lulu. Ethan has had some visions that he shared with the party of seeing this youngster with a shock of red hair and I believe a broken arm he saw, and he was being tormented or stalked or chased or captived or something less than ideal. And the party was actually kind of eavesdropped upon or overheard by an elven ranger who happened to be in the Stonehill Inn. And she said, "Hey, I think I've seen this person you're talking about." And one thing led to another, and here they find themselves in the Mirror of Dead Men, or as the elves call it, Myrtilane. They're about a mile in. They journeyed to this location because this is where the elven traveler, the mystical, mysterious elven traveler, said that she last saw the person fitting the description of Rhodey. And the party plunged headlong into the swamp. They're about a mile or so, give or take, into the swamp. They've taken refuge, or they've spent the evening, I should say, in a ruin of an old, what looks like an old homestead or maybe farmhouse, kind of a stone single-story house. Probably had a thatched or wooden shingled roof that has long since rotted away. Even the roof joists and timbers are gone. And they spent the night. It's kind of overgrown. This swamp is it's heavily forested. A lot of big, thick, deciduous trees, cypresses, and it smells bad, like any good swamp should. We had a situation with Ezra, I think, last session that she discovered a little quicksand. So not only did she, almost get sucked into the ground, but now she smells bad because, the muck in the swamp just smells bad. So we're going to pick up with our party awakening. But before we do that, just some housekeeping stuff. Here on this little game, we like to use these little polyhedron little plastic dices rather than Roll20. We play Theater of the Mind. If the team wants to drink a potion, they can do so as a bonus action. So just a few little, kind of house rules. The other big one is if we roll a nat 20, you roll a quit, you get full max damage plus your modifiers. Then you get to roll your damage die again and add it to that. So it's really kind of a cool deal there. And if you want to help the party out, they do have a total of 8, what we call +2s. So if you want to help the party succeed, if you donate 500 bits or $5, you can give the party a +2, and they can use that on any D20 roll with the exception of a death save. And if you're really feeling vindictive toward the party, you could give the dungeon master that +2. But I'm sure, based on the look on Shanalogic's face, you're probably not going to want to do that. So. And then if you decide you want to really get crazy and do some support, you can donate 1,000 bits or $10 and give a D20 reroll. You can assign it to an individual player, or you can just let it go into the player's pool. They don't currently have any D20 rerolls, but those are things you can do to support the party as I try my best to provide them with a fun night of gaming. That's right. I had to think about that, what I was trying to do here for a minute. Yeah, that's it. So, without any further ado, Suspicious. Let's play D&D, shall we? And this is 5th edition. So you spend the night in this ruined, old farmhouse in one of the inner rooms. And if I recall, someone killed a rather large constrictor that was hanging from a tree limb over top of the house. Was that you, Solana? Yeah. So
Lark, and it
no,
might
it's
have
Lark.
been.
That's right. You're in Lark form tonight. That's right. I forgot about that. But I got your name right for the other form.
OG Changeling.
Yeah. So you're the original Changeling form now. You're Lark tonight. Very good. So it's the next morning. Or am I? Bearded Lark. It's the next morning. You only know that because you awaken stiff and damp. There's just a pallid chill in the air. There's mist hanging. And you're just kind of done sleeping. You're not necessarily refreshed and fresh. You're just kind of not sleeping anymore because, sleeping on the floor of an old ruined house in a swamp near a dead snake doesn't really contribute to fitful rest. And with that, we'll turn it over to the players. What would you like to do now that you're kind of waking up?
I would like to try and skin the giant snake because I have some ideas.
Okay. Why don't you roll a snake check? No, why don't you roll nature and see how we do skinning?
I was gonna say sneak is close to snake, right?
Snake attack, right? Yeah, roll a nature check and see how you do trying to skin this this big constrictor. And this thing's like 8 feet long. I mean, it's a serious bit of snake meat.
Monkey boy.
That's gonna be an 18.
It's a chunky snake. Yeah, so
Big
you
boy.
don't have any trouble. I would assume you probably go outside the house. And why don't you tell me how you go about skinning the snake? Like, what's your process look like?
I'm actually going to, instead of using a knife, like an insane person would do, Lark's just gonna cast inflict wounds and have that just peel the snake skin off.
Interesting.
Ezra's giving you this look.
Nice.
It's quicker and it's more efficient.
I mean, I can't say that I disagree. I mean, that's pretty creative. Yeah. So you cast the spell and you go through the normal, machinations of the spell casting process, and you feel the typical energy that you would expect to feel leave your hands and enter. And it's almost as if the snake body, the flesh kind of shrivels and shrinks away from the skin, and you can peel it right off one end of the reptile.
And I just kind of roll it up into a big old sausage of dead snake skin and put it in my pack.
Okay.
Because I got plans.
Because you can. Very nice. What would the rest of you like to do?
Is there a roof on this dilapidated building?
There's trees that are kind of hanging and leaning over it, but I wouldn't probably think of it as a roof.
Okay. So Lulu wants to skitter on up to the top as high as she can on those trees and just like look out so what you can see.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, so you make your way. You find a low enough branch, or maybe Bryphon kind of gets you up on a branch, and you very deftly, I know you're really an excellent climber, you make your way up into a large oak tree, and what you see around you are other trees. This is a dense part of the woods, the forest, the swamp. If you recall, you actually kind of went up in elevation, so the ground, you're not in any standing water at this point where the house is. It's on a little bit higher ground. And so the tree is probably one of the taller trees and therefore higher up, and you still it's just canopy all around you. A lot of moss, vines and stuff. It's a little bit of a hassle to get through all of that to get up near the top of the tree. You're able to kind of poke your head up and see the sun above the canopy. It's bright. It kind of makes you squint. But all you see around you are trees, a lot of trees.
So it sounds like a hobbit moment in Mirkwood.
In Mirkwood, yeah, it sure does, doesn't it? Yeah. Except I don't have a bunch of butterflies for you.
Oh. Is it possible? I know it's swampy as heck. Is it possible for her to smell anything besides swampness?
Roll perception for me.
19 plus 2, 21.
Yeah. So you don't get it as much up here, but as you descend back to the floor of the swamp, you smell, especially when you go outside the house, you smell what some like reptilian, like maybe the oils on the skin of some kind of a reptile, maybe, got against some tree trunks or shrubbery, and there's like this remnant of lizard smell.
Okay.
Not
Lulu will skitter back down and.
I was just gonna say, not any specific lizard, just like lizardy kind of reptilian smell. Could be snake or some other. You just don't know. It's got that weird, pungent lizard smell.
Lulu will skitter back down and clamber on Bryphon's shoulder. Lulu see trees today. Just trees.
Does your brother look like a tree?
He tall like one.
Like really tree tall? Or like we're talking like, I know you said he was like 6 foot something, so that doesn't sound like as tall as a tree. Maybe a baby tree.
2 feet tall.
Yeah, I guess everything's a matter of perspective.
Rhodey big.
If we would meet Rhodey and he's only like 4 foot tall, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Not Rhodey then.
I'm just saying, like, if you're really short and to you he looks 6 feet tall, maybe he's not 6 feet tall.
No, Bryphon's shorter than Rhodey.
I can assure you, Rudy is quite a tall man.
Depending on how many limbs he has left, though, he could be shorter now.
Or
Why would you say such a thing?
Because it's kind of what I do. I imagine the worst possible situations. so that I can be prepared for them, and they inevitably happen.
Don't make Lulu throw a thing at your head.
Worst possible situation would be he would be dead.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about death anymore,
Well, I just wanted
because
to
you
make
guys
sure
are buzzkill.
we were clear on what the worst possible situation would be. In fact, I'm not sure how he survives in this place. The longer we stay, the less likely we survive.
Is that a promise or a threat, or like, are you just being morose? Like,
I'm just saying this is a very dangerous spot, and we barely made it to this building.
what are you talking about? We got here fine.
I don't know about fine, but we
Ezra
got
took
here.
a med bath, and then I killed a snake.
Mhm.
It's not a lot of problems so far, like, all things considered.
There's danger
Sure, we
around
haven't
us.
seen him dead yet.
That's right. I got a feeling, though. We're definitely going to come across something that's ex-living, but it's going to be all like, ugh.
We're going to come across something that's cruel and evil.
That's what I said. It's living dead are not nice people. They're ex-people. They
Yeah.
forgot how to people and remember how to be.
I understand. You are guessing. I have foreseen it.
I'm not guessing. I know. Myrtleane's full of dead people that are not dead, but sort of dead and want you dead.
I have foreseen it.
You are this close to getting put inside of the snake corpse. This close.
Lulu okay with this?
It's not that I don't believe your visions, Ethan. It's just that the way you go about explaining that you have foreseen it to people can be kind of grating.
How so?
Well, it's annoying, and it makes you sound like a douche.
Well, I'm not sure what that is, but I think they've been helpful.
It's a saying we had back in the city that I came from, where you really think someone's kind of gross and annoying.
You know, it's funny how alike you two are.
You think I'm a
It's-
douche?
It's almost uncanny.
How am I like him?
What did you just say about how he speaks and says things?
Incorrectly said.
That it comes off annoying and gross?
To you.
Oh. You got me there.
Don't get me wrong.
But I don't
you're-
pretend to be like right all the time. I'm just guessing like anyone else. He thinks he's right all the time. And that's it's that smugness, you know? That like tone, that face. Just so punchable face.
Ken, you two could be siblings.
Well, come on, man. I thought we were bonding. We had a moment. I saved your life.
You did. I'm extremely grateful. I'm smiling, aren't I?
I can't tell. You look like you're in pain, so it might be.
Right, and they weird siblings. We much better.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not siblings. Not even close to siblings. That's a big jump.
Right, and Lulu don't look none alike.
I'm not saying it's because we don't look alike. I'm saying it's because... I don't know what I'm saying, but the point is I'm not related to Ethan. And I hope I'm not related to Ezra. That'd be weird.
Right, and Lulu ready to go now. What, Rhodey?
Oh, right, yeah, Brody. Yeah, we should probably do that.
The longer we stay here, the more likely we carry him out.
Wow, is this seriously what I sound like? I'm sorry. Jesus. I mean, yeah, whoever that is.
let's get on the road.
Whoever
Back up and get out.
Okay, so do you just kind of gather your things and get on your way?
I guess so.
Okay. If you recall, the ruins, the ruined house that you stayed in is, it's a few hundred yards off of the trail. You don't have any trouble finding your way back. The ground is fairly well trampled where you made your way up to this place. And you come back out and you continue on deeper into the swamp. There are places where there's much standing water, and it seems like the only high area is the trail you're on. And then there are places where it seems kind of dry, more spongy. There are even maybe a few dead, dried trees. There are places that seem almost impassably thick with forest and vines, brush and undergrowth. And then there are clearings here and there. And it, when you come to those clearings, it feels good. You feel the warmth of the sun on your face. You might even be tempted to stop and just kind of look up and consider, oh yes, that's right, there is an outside world. And you go on for a couple of hours. Would I be safe in assuming that your marching order would be the same as it was before? Bryphon and Lulu are in front, Ethan follows them, Lark, and then Ezra. That was the swamp marching order I had earlier.
I thought it was Ezra then Lark.
We were gonna do that, but that was gonna be first, but then we ended up switching it around.
Oh yeah.
Can we put Ethan directly in front of me? Put Lark and Lark and Ezra on either side of Ethan, because the front's kind of squishy. We kind of break it up a bit.
Okay.
Hmm.
So the three of you are going to kind of walk together then behind Bryphon and Lulu? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hey Bryphon, is this like your, for lack of a better term, favored terrain or anything?
Why, yes, it is. I am very used to forests and swamps and such.
You just might want to keep an eye out for quicksand. Just because, I mean, it's more of an inconvenience than anything else. But if we're in the middle of a fight and someone gets quicksanded, well, that'll really put a hamper on success possibilities. And I don't think anyone wants to meet Kellamvor just yet.
Way ahead of you, been tracking it since we started.
How do you track quicksand? I guess
Easy.
it's slow though, it doesn't go anywhere, so I guess tracking it, like, I get what you're saying, but I'm a semantics person.
Just quiet and trust me.
Okay. I'll be good. I'll be quiet.
Bryphon, you definitely see signs of game, footprints, deer. You've seen in a couple of the trees snakes hanging down. It's definitely a well-inhabited habitat that you're in. You see near the trail there are patches that look suspiciously like, don't walk over there. It could, maybe quicksand. Wouldn't surprise you if it was. But you're able to lead the party through, so far so good, successfully for a couple of hours. I want to roll me perception.
All of us, or
Yeah, sure. Whoever would like to. If anybody's actually paying attention intentionally versus just kind of walking through where your mind is occupied deep in thought.
at 20, 22.
21 for Lark.
18 for Bryphon.
Ethan got a 4.
We got it 3.
Yeah, so maybe you two are, having a conversation, something, or you're just lost in thought. But those of you who are cruising along and have, higher perception rolls above 15, it seems like you've entered into a space where there are, it's weird, there's like stones in the ground. partially sticking up somewhere out of the water. Some of them are mostly buried. Some of them are sticking up. There's no order to like how they're laid out or anything, but all this, it's just weird that you come upon this area in the swamp where there's all of a sudden there are stones, like larger rocks, stones here and there. Seems odd.
Everybody hold up for a second. I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good real quick.
Okay. What's the radius on that?
The radius is
30 or 60?
I just had it open. It's within 30 feet of me.
Yeah. So what does it look like when you cast a spell? Does anyone see anything, or what do you do? What happens?
I just sort of I prick my finger and a drop of blood goes into the water around us, but it plumes out into more like a cloud of red smoke, and it just sort of encapsulates like a ring created in a 30-foot radius of me.
Yeah. So as you focus in upon this 30-foot, radius around you, you immediately have a strong sense of absolute evil, hatred, despisement. I'm just going to make a word up. And it's interesting because coincidentally it's accompanied with this really strange, gurgling, bubbling, chortling, groaning sound as these forms begin to come up out of the ground. And I'm going to ask the party to roll initiative.
I'm
if we could,
dead.
please.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, and you just kind of looking around, those of you with those perception rolls, so everybody but Ezra and Ithran, you start to see like maybe a hand comes out of the ground, or a shoulder, or like a whole torso like lifts up out of the ground, jerky and kind of disjointed. 25 to 20 on the initiative.
Oh,
No? Okay, 20 to 15?
actually, sorry, I was delayed. 20 for Lulu.
Okay, anybody else? 20 to
Ethan's got
15.
an 18.
Okay. 15 to 10?
Ethan's got an 18.
Yeah, I got your 18 there. Nobody 15 to 10.
Raven has 11.
Okay. 10 to 5.
I got
For Ezra.
a 5.
8 for Ezra. And Lark has a 5. Okay, so you just start to see first there's these weird bubbles and the some of the swampy muck starts to boil, and then uprising out of it, these forms just start to crawl out, some of them grabbing onto a vine or the tree or a rock, and these human-ish looking forms pull up out of the ground. And I'm going to ask Lulu to decide on what you'd like to do. And what's really freaky about this is they're all... Looks like there's 7 of them, and they're kind of surrounding you. And they're all within about 10 to 15 feet of you. They're pretty close. What would you like to do?
Okay. Okay. Lulu will panic briefly, and then she will climb down to the end of Bryphon's arm, like to get more range, and do a poison spray at the
Okay.
closest one.
Okay.
10-foot range.
Great.
It's a con save of 12.
No problemo on the con save.
Okay. 3 damage.
Okay. There's kind of 2 in front of you. Then there's one at 11, one at 2 o'clock. If you all are the center of a clock face, right? In front would be Bryphon and Lulu facing forward. There's one at about 7 o'clock behind the party, kind of on Lark's side. I have Lark, Ethan, Ezra, kind of side by side. Ethan in between them, Lark on the left, Ezra on the right. Right behind Ethan is one, and then over kind of 5 o'clock, where Ezra is the 7th one. So, the one right in front of Lulu, kind of the front left, took, how much did you say, 3?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Three poison damage.
Yep, 3 poison. Okay, Ethan, you're up.
So there's one behind me, you said.
Yeah, kind of one behind you, one at 7 and one at 5. Those two are closer to Lark and Ezra than they are to you.
They're closer, okay. All right. So are there any... So the one near Lark, there's not another one near it. It sounds like. What I'm trying to think, are there any of these things that I can see that are close together, say within 15 feet of each other?
I would say that the front 2 or the back 3. They just kind of came up and closed ranks. Yeah, their surprise time was really just coming up and moving and catching you that way.
Right, so the 3 in the back are within 15 feet of each other?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Burning Hands. At those 3, it's a 15-foot cone. So I'm going to try to catch all of them in my Burning Hands cone.
Gotcha. Is that an attack roll or a save?
It's a save. They would have to make a DC 13 Dex save.
Nope. For the 7 o'clock one? Nope. For the 6 o'clock one? Nope. For the 5 o'clock one. Here we go. Another show with bad saving throws for the DM. They all failed.
Do you want me to roll for each one, or you want me to
I think it would be
one?
the same damage because it's the same spell effect. I don't think they would have individual damages. So make 1 damage, and that'll be, each of them will take that damage.
So 12 points of fire damage.
Yeah, and you see the wisps of, rotted clothing and, material that's, start to steam and sizzle and bubble, and whatever hair is left on some of, just kind of melts away, and they make this hissing, awful sound as they raise their arms up and the flame wraps around them. Anything else?
No, I think that's all I've got.
Okay. Bryphon.
That's all I've got.
You're up. You've got 2 directly in front of you and Lulu within about 10, 15 feet or so coming your way.
Okay. Bryphon will take out her bow and arrow and is there one in front of Bryphon and then one in front of Lulu, or are they kind of all is there one in front of each one of us?
Yeah, they're kind of side by side, just like you and Lulu are side by side or together. Yeah.
So I will aim for the one that is directly in front of me.
Okay.
And she is going to aim for this creature's eyeball.
Okay. Is this longbow or short bow?
It is a longbow.
Okay. I want to check your range real quick. Unless you have it on your character sheet. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. It's as long as it's not within melee. What am I thinking? Yeah, if they were within 5 feet, then you'd have a disadvantage imposed. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. All right, and I got a 15.
That's a hit.
Okay. 6 damage.
All right, so 6 piercing damage as an arrow lodges in its shoulder, and it just kind of continues to amble and gurgle towards you. You see this black ichor, kind of spew out of the entry wound there. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. After Bryphon, go the creatures. So we'll make an attack on Lulu. Lulu, this thing raises an arm and just tries to like basically club you or slam you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Sweet. How about 5 damage? Bludgeon, or excuse me, 3 bludgeoning damage. I apologize. Got a little excited there. Bryphon, how about a 16? Does that hit?
Yeah.
Sweet. How about 2 damage, bludgeoning, as it just takes its arms and pounds down on you, right? And just so you know, you're now in melee, hand-to-hand, so your longbow would fire off at disadvantage because they're too close. Just want to make you aware of that when we come back around to your turn. Lark. One of them's going to step in, take a swing. Does a dirty 20 hit?
I'll allow it
Okay, thank you for that.
this time.
4 bludgeoning damage.
No.
Ethan, how about a 22? Does that hit?
No. Yeah, it does.
5 bludgeoning for you?
Yeah.
Ezralyn?
How many?
5?
5?
How about a 17 for Ezralyn? Yeah? That is 6 bludgeoning for you.
Sorry. Yes, it hits. Didn't realize I had myself muted on the program.
Okay. And you are now all in melee. Ezra, you're up.
I am gonna go up to the one closest to me, and I am going to. Okay, I am going to slap the side of my blade, and then I'm just going to take an over shoulder attack at it. So that will be a 25 to hit.
That should do it. Barely.
And that's 11 points of damage plus booming blade not working. 28. Sorry.
And you said that's booming blade, right?
And 19 points of damage.
Total?
Yes.
Ooh, nice. Describe for me what happens to this zombie as you dispatch it.
As soon as the blade touches it, because she's going to get it about right here,
Yeah.
the head will just explode, then the rest of her blade will just go right down through the body.
That's really sweet that you did that. Because, like,
I fucked up, didn't I?
you got a bunch of spooge all over you, like zombie paste and ichor and bits, and it smells pretty bad. Anything else you'd like to do, Ezra?
Gotta spit.
Okay. Yeah, so you put down the one that's at the 5 o'clock position on the clock. There's still the one at the 2. We'll come around to that. How about Lark? Would you like to take a turn now that we're at the bottom of the initiative?
Thanks. Glad you remembered me down here.
Oh, how could I forget you?
I don't know. It's hard to. I'm very loud and annoying, so let's see. What am I gonna do?
And if you thought the swamp smelled bad, these things make the swamp smell like lavender.
I think Lark's gonna take like a big breath of it because they're just so used to the smell of death and decay and rot. It's just like,
charnel.
Ezra, you have never been more attractive to me, and I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on the nearest zombie.
Okay. You've got one at your 7, one at the 10, so you could take a swing at either one of those with that spell.
I'm gonna go with the 7.
Okay. That's one that's partially burning right now thanks to the Auror Mage.
Actually, wait, is the 10 one damaged?
No.
I'll go with the 10 then. That probably makes more sense.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, nice. 19.
That'll hit.
So basically what I do is I just bitch slap it, like backhand it,
Yeah.
and that's 11 damage.
Oof. And its head like stays. It turns sharply and then like stays. When you hit it, it doesn't, like, something broke in there, the linkage, and it's just stuck there that way. But it's still trying to,
Then, and for a bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon.
Nice. What does your spiritual weapon take the form of? What kind of weapon is it?
Basically, it's a giant. It's a little odd because you see a handle start to form, but the rest of this weapon does not look right. It's just Link's vertebrae of a spine going and going and going, and it just gets smaller and smaller and tapers out into a giant spine whip.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
friends.
And you can have it attack the round you summon it.
Yes, I can.
Spiritual weapons.
So I'm going to look back. I'm going to flick out at the one that I just attacked.
Yep.
With the bitch slap. Let's see, does a 13 hit?
It does.
Okay. That's gonna do 8 damage.
Okay. Yeah, this thing's looking pretty rough. Not down, but it's looking rough. So I'm picturing like this whip kind of wraps around its neck and scores it and tears it, and then you can flick it back. Because, those vertebrae are probably sharp and pokey. Ouch. Spine whip. Man, that's really cool. All right, let's go back to the top of the order. Lulu the Magnificent, it is your turn.
Okay. Um. Lulu will pull out her short bow and well, how close is the closest one
They're in melee with
to
you.
her?
Yeah, they're in melee
Oh.
with you.
Hold on. Spear instead.
Spear, yep.
Your spear attack.
You're going to hit the one that you poison sprayed, basically?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
10 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, and 5 damage.
Okay. 5 damage. So you poke a hole in this thing, and immediately, ichor comes out of it. It's gross. Smells bad. Yeah. Okay. Ethan, you're up next.
So the 3 that I set on fire, are they still there?
One was killed by Ezra.
One was killed.
The other
So
2
there's
have not been attacked.
Okay. But they're still within 15 feet. They're still basically situated.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
They're actually even clear, almost shoulder to shoulder, because they've closed in on you, on the party. So, yeah, oh, yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna-
get them.
I'm going to cast Burning Hands a second time.
Nice.
Um,
Let's see. 2 wisdom saves coming up, right?
and it's,
Or are they con saves?
it's a DC 13 deck save.
Dex save, whatever. We'll pick one,
Yeah.
Fail. And failed. Man, I just cannot make saving throws.
Right. So this time they take 9 points of fire damage each.
They are crispy, yet somehow still on their feet. A lot of the flesh is burning away. You can see charred bone. Maggots and creepies are crawling out. Stuff like that. Gnarly. Just and you smell the smell. I don't know what burning dead flesh smells like, but that's what you smell. Like if you had spoiled bacon
Probably not as
cooking in the fire.
bad as Ezralin, probably.
Right. Okay. Anything else, Ethan?
No, that's all I'm going to do.
Okay, Bryphon, you are there. It is your turn. You've got 1 in melee on you, and then 1 fighting Lulu in front of you.
Okay, so I just looked in my inventory and I forgot that I was given a dagger a while ago.
Okay. Dagger
And
away.
I will use the dagger and um, I pull it out of my little satchel and I'm going to aim right for its neck, the one right in front of me.
Nice.
And that is a 19.
That's a hit. Yeah, so you plunge your blade to the pommel into the neck of this vile, disgusting zombie.
And it does 3 piercing damage.
All right. Yeah, so you open up a big gash. It's gnarly. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it for now.
Okay. So it rears up and tries to slam you, and I'm guessing a 10 misses.
Yes.
Okay, Lulu, the one on in front of you, pretty sure an 8 misses.
Yeah.
Lark, the 10 o'clock one, 17 hit.
Yeah.
How about 4 damage, bludgeoning?
I'll accept it, but begrudgingly.
I understand. The 7 o'clock one swings, misses with a 7. Ezra, the 2 o'clock one, probably misses with a 6.
Yep.
Ethan, man, these rolls. No, 9 probably misses.
Yes.
And then Bryphon does a 19 hit,
Yes.
4 damage, bludgeoning. And these things just, it's like they take their hands and just try to pound you into the ground like giant stakes or something. They're just trying to slam you. And they're groaning, and and some, like Bryphon got hit so hard you could hear bones snap on the zombie, like the arm. One of the arms snapped. It hit you so hard, it's gnarly bone
Nice.
peeking through.
Uh,
Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. We're gonna go with Ezralyn. You're up now.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the one closest to me.
Yeah, that's kind of beside Bryphon in the 2 o'clock position, as yet to have been harmed.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna smack the side of my blade and cast Booming Blade on it and
Nice,
take a weapon.
cool.
And that will be 21 to hit.
That hits.
That will be 10 points of slashing damage with 5 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, so your blade plunges into its midsection, and then that thunder reverberates, and just the blade just starts shredding things as it vibrates, and you pull it back out, and you leave a huge gash. Pretty nasty. Okay, Lark, it is your turn. You have the 10 o'clock one and the 7 o'clock one. Again, they were all just kind of compressing in a circle around you.
All right. For the 7 o'clock one, I'm going to take a giant, baseball bat swing with my mace. That's going to be a dirty 20.
That's a hit. This was the 7 o'clock one, you said?
And and that's just 5 damage.
Nice. Describe for me how you end this zombie.
I think we've all seen Gallagher hit a watermelon, haven't we?
Ooh, Sledge-matic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so zombie paste
I'm
and
fine
debris.
with getting sprayed with Gick.
Yeah,
And then,
you sure are. Yeah, you have a nice fresh
and then
coating.
with my bonus, nice. With my bonus action, I'm going to use my spiritual weapon to attack the other one.
Yeah.
So, dirty. No, not even a dirty 20, a natural 20.
Okay, hit me with some damage. This is the 10 o'clock position one, correct?
So full damage plus another roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be, hold on. What's 18 plus 7?
25.
5.
Yeah, so another
Yeah.
one. Another one bites the dust. How does the
Bites
whip
the dust.
kill it? How does the whip kill it?
It snakes along the ground as if it has a mind of its own, spiraling up the zombie,
Oh.
and you just see like it compress around it until it just oozes out zombie paste.
Oh, so it like constricts it basically. Tasty.
Oh yeah, it's a juicer.
Nice.
That whip.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about domination in a chat. Might as
Right,
well
I
have a
see.
whip.
Might as well.
I see that wholesome discussion going on in there. That's nice. Okay.
I like semantics.
Another one. That wasn't the Romantics. That was Devo that did Whip It.
That was Devo. Yeah.
No, I was talking about semantics.
I know. I was making a play
language,
on your
oh.
word semantics. So. Romantic. Okay, very good. So, moving on. Back to combat. Lulu, you're up. Top of the order. Still have that one on you.
Okay,
Bryphon also has one on her.
We're just gonna keep stabbing.
Stabby, stabby? With the spear?
Stabby. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming a 5 does not hit it.
That is a safe assumption, yes. It's able to just kind of, turn, not so much in a reaction, but it happened to be lifting its arm to pound you again, and that's right when you went with your spear and it knocked it away. Yeah. Anything else you want to do? Bonus action, movement?
Is anybody damaged right now, or are you okay still?
There's been some damage. I think Lark got hit. Bryphon took some damage. Ezra took a little
A
damage.
little bit, yeah.
I didn't take in much. I'm fine.
Is anyone damaged? Though, damaged.
On a scale of I'm half, so.
Oh. Then as a bonus action, Lulu will cast Healing Word towards Lark.
Dankeschön.
Okay, so 3 plus 2 is 5.
5 hit points. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Lulu, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Ethan, you're up. The one that's closest to you and really crispy, like this thing's hanging on by a thread. And then there's one at the 2 o'clock position that Ezra is battling, and then the Bryphon and Lulu have theirs. What would you like to do?
So the one that's really crispy, I am going to throw a ray of frost at it.
Nice.
Little fire and ice action. And I got a 14.
That'll work.
All right.
Hit me with some cold damage as you extinguish the fire.
Ooh, I get 8 points of cold
Nice.
damage.
Yeah, so what does it look like when this thing dies or re-dies or
And
ends?
so he's kind of smoldering from the couple of fires that he's had, and the Ethan's ray of frost is a really thin looking blue ray that just comes out and strikes it, and you can, as the cold hits the fire, you hear that sizzling sound as the fire goes out, and the frost just kind of spreads over its chest, and it just collapses.
Yeah, it drops with a
as the
splash.
steam rises from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think so. I think that's
It's very cinematic, very nice. Okay, Bryphon, you have one right in front of you. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna use the dagger again. That'll be a 19.
That's a hit. Shannon, are you giving me the +2, or is that going to go to the party?
I actually am giving it to you, Eiley.
I have a +2 now.
What?
Nice. Cool.
Because I love the drama.
What's your damage there, Bryphon? 5 damage. Okay, you're getting there. You open up another gash as you come up its throat, under its chin. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, it's going to reach up and attempt to slam you. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Man, whomping on old Bryphon here. 2 damage bludgeoning as another limb comes down and hits you on top of the shoulder. Oh, man, it hurts. Some of that bone that was poking out kind of pokes into you. Kind of a bummer. Lulu, the one that's on you. Does a 9 hit? Guessing not.
Oh,
No. Ezra takes a slam in your direction. Ooh, that's a nat 20. That's exciting. So 8 bludgeoning as this thing just pounds one arm on each shoulder.
Ow.
That was fun. Ezra, it's your turn. There are 3 of these things up. One's on you,
Alright.
one is on Bryphon, one is on Lulu.
Well, the one that just hit me is getting hit real hard. I did the same thing before. Slap the blade and go to hit him. It's a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
With 16 points of regular damage
Ooh.
and 2 points of thunder damage.
All right, describe for me how you dispatch this zombie.
I just cut it in half again, just straight down.
Yeah, ooh, nice. Yeah, and it separates and falls with a slurp and a splash into the swamp in pieces. It just falls apart when you cut it.
The Ezra-matic.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I will move to the next one, other than that.
Yeah, there's one on Bryphon and one on Lulu. Bryphon's kind of right in front of you. Lulu's kind of right in front of Lark or Ethan. Okay. How about Lark? What would you like to do?
I am going to cast Toll the Dead on the closest zombie.
The one that's
So if you could kind of
battling
make me a
Lulu.
wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, the one that's battling Lulu. What's my saving throw here? Is this con? Or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. How about a 7?
How about you fail? So you get to take 1d12 damage. Let's see here. Ooh, that's gonna be a hard 8.
Okay. Yeah. So this thing is in kind of rough shape. It sort of looks around. This is psychic damage, right? Toll the Dead. And you see this
No, it's necrotic.
necrotic. Okay, so you see part of its face rot away, like quickly. You know, it's already a rotting corpse, right? But it just like starts to dissolve and melt off. Anything else you'd like to do?
Then for my bonus action, my spiritual weapon's gonna come and finish him off. Hopefully. 12?
That'll hit.
Awesome.
Awesome.
It's only 3 damage though.
Okay, yeah, still up. Little spinal whip doesn't quite finish it off. Okay, we're back to the top. Lulu, you have one on you in melee, and then there's the one in front of Bryphon.
just apologies for the inappropriate cat over here. Let's see. Spear's not doing. We're just gonna do another poison spree.
Cool.
Oh, did you get a con save 12?
Man. 10.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. This thing is really looking rough, but it's still hanging on. It's like groaning and
Then with a bonus action, or one action, Lulu will return Bryphon's shoulder.
Okay, you're moving. Very good.
Grab on his flank.
Okay. That brings us to Ethan. Ethan, roll me perception.
Oh, yeah. Sure enough. Perception. I got me a 13.
Have you now? Yeah, you notice out of the corner of your eye, kind of to the right on Ezra's side of the path that you're on, something is causing the water over there to move and swirl. And it seems to be sort of moving and swirling quickly toward the party. But it's hard to tell exactly. It's dark, the water's dark, and you see that, and it's your turn.
And it's where in relation to Ezra?
It's kind of straight to your right, which is, or to you, I was giving to you. It's a little bit behind Ezra because she stepped up to help Bryphon out. And it's coming directly at the party. Whatever
and
it is.
I can't see what it is.
No, you sure can't.
All right.
If you had to guess, you'd probably guess it's fairly large. Because there's a lot of water movement.
I'm gonna shout out, Ezra, behind you. And then, I like that I don't know what it is. How many of these zombie creatures are left?
Just the two up front. The one on Lulu's looking pretty bad, and the one on Bryphon looks like it's still got a few miles on the tires.
And the thing in the water behind Ezra and to my right, how far is it away from me?
Maybe 15 feet or so.
And it's moving towards me?
Yeah, towards the party in general.
Towards the
It's
party?
it's hard to tell, but it looks like something's kind of pushing the water ahead of it. Like something's maybe right below the surface of the water coming in your direction. And you would guess it's probably bigger than a water skipper. Smaller than a school bus. Closer to the school bus. It's big.
Closer to the school bus?
Size-wise,
It's
yeah.
big.
Yeah, it's a large something.
So I can't see it, so I can't land a spell on it. I think what I'm going to do
Yeah,
is
you
I'm
can't
gonna-
target it. All you can do is, target the water that you see moving, basically.
Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my action, and if this thing pops up and it's threatening, then what am I going to cast? Tough one. Tough one. So I'm going to hold my action, and if it pops up in a threatening manner, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at it.
Okay. Seems fair. All right, Bryphon, you're up. You have a zombie in melee with you. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
I thought you might like that.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go after that one again. I got a 14.
Okay, that's a hit. Do me some damage.
It's gonna be 4 damage.
All right. So you open up, you like maybe a slice across its midsection, and entrails and such begin to spill out. Nasty. Still up. But it's got, 3 gashes and an arrow. You've been working on it pretty good. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, it's going to try to slam you again. I'm guessing a 9 doesn't work. Doesn't make it.
That's a
Okay.
miss.
Lulu, does a 17 hit you?
Just barely.
Sweet. How about 6 bludgeoning as this thing just pounds on you?
Distress kobold noises.
Okay, we are to Ezra.
I will turn around and see what I can. I see what
Ethan.
Ethan is saying. I was gonna say, Chris, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you turn and look, and you see the water is kind of boiling and rushing in your direction. Something large is coming toward the group, maybe 15, 12 feet away.
Okay. Well, I'm going to meet it then.
Okay.
At least as far as I can on solid ground.
Yeah, you can step to the edge of the path, and it's coming your way, so you know it will arrive.
Okay.
And be there. Okay. Are you like holding an action or anything, or?
I'll hold my action for
Okay.
when it comes out.
That's what I thought you meant. Okay, very good. Interestingly enough, as you do this, you step up and this water froths and it's weird. You know how like dark water, rich in tannins, when it foams, it doesn't foam white, it foams kind of brownish, right? So this thing comes up out of the water at the party, and it foams. And what you see, Ezra, are rows of teeth in a very long snout wrapped in green scales. And I mean, this thing is big, like as in giant, and it appears to be like a crocodile-y sort of thing, and it's going to try to chomp on you. Doesn't that sound awesome? Does a
I get my,
19 hit?
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, so let me get a handful of dice here for you. Hang on a second. Okay. 13, 15, 20 damage of biting damage as it bites down on
I'm
you.
down.
And you're grappled and restrained.
God.
So you see this thing just come out of the water and grab Ezralin and close its giant maw. I mean, the maw itself is probably 3 feet long from tip to where it comes together. And just clamps down on Ezralin and comes up
Run
on
away.
up on the path. What's that? What'd
Run
you?
away. Run
Yeah.
away.
Ethan, you see this happen, but you also see coming out of the water at you a really big tail covered in scales.
Do I get my frostbolt off at it?
Yeah, you sure do. Go ahead and frostbolt it.
Because I'm sure this will take care of it.
1 shot.
Oh, I got a 6.
Yeah, your frostbolt kind of like fizzles into the ground or something. Just comes up a little short. But the tail goes swinging wildly over your head. And the thing flails and rolls over onto its back, kind of stuck because it missed you so badly. The momentum of it coming out of the water and trying to slam you with its tail flipped it over.
Died.
It did not die though.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
Oh.
bummer. Ezra, you're up. I'm assuming you didn't exceed your constitution in like damage or anything, did you? Okay, that's good news. So I'm gonna invite you to make a death save.
13.
Okay, there's a success. Excellent. Okay, you are grappled and restrained, but I mean you don't have it doesn't require an action to make a death save or anything, but it does have a hold of you. That brings us to Lark.
Lark mad. Lark runs over. Can I try to free Ezra from the jaws of this thing?
Yeah, make me a strength check.
Oh, Jug, be with me now. Okay. 19.
Okay. You manage to pry the jaws in some feat of adrenaline, something, but you all see Lark run over and just like pry the jaws open, and Ezra kind of tumbles out and flops on the trail. The beast is upside down. This thing's got to be 18 feet long. I mean, it's huge. Huge. And its white, soft underbelly is exposed. And it's on the ground. Ethan, what was your ray of frost roll? Sorry, I had
A 6.
Okay, want to make sure I caught that. Very good.
I'm gonna do something really crazy.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over to Ezra, and at second level, I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Okay, that's a bonus action
I
spell.
prepared a
Isn't it?
healing spell.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
That's a bonus action spell, right?
Wow.
Healing
Yes,
word.
it is.
Okay, yeah, do your thing.
This
Nice.
is full of surprises.
I'm a cleric, motherfuckers. Guess you forgot. All right.
I did.
All right. Sorry, that was really extra.
Haven't seen any evidence of it yet.
Different kind of cleric.
Preventative, not curative.
Yeah.
Till now. So you get 7 points of healing.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ezra, you've got teeth marks across your midsection, gashes, seeping blood, but you do wake up, you're sore. You're like, all you remember is seeing jaws, not the shark, but actual crocodile jaws clamp down on you as they came out of the water.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy how I do it, though. Like, this black mist comes out of my mouth and goes into Ezra's mouth.
Nice.
It's a life.
If any of you have seen Dorohedoro, you know what I'm talking about.
Cool. It's very cool. I like that. Very cinematic.
Ezra will sit up. I'm taking his now instead of my turn.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do, Lark?
I guess Lark would just be like grabbing Ezra's shoulders and be like, out of everyone here, you cannot die.
Hey.
And that's it.
Okay. Don't forget you still have your spiritual weapon up.
Oh yeah, but I used my bonus action already.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. That was a good use of your bonus action. Okay, back to the top of the order. Lulu, you have a Zambi in front of you.
Well, how far is the clock of death from me?
Probably about 10 feet, give or take.
Okay. It's about 18 feet long, you said?
Oh, yeah. Make a hell of a
Okay.
suitcase.
Lulu is going to go ahead and cast Entangle on the croc.
Oh, nice.
See if we can get to like, did a fuck by.
Does it get a con save?
It's a strength save of 12, so we're.
Let me see something here. So I got to make a strength save of 12.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You are so freaking lucky. Okay. This guy's going to count as prone because remember I said he flipped over when he missed with his tail. Rolled a nat 1, so I thought that'd be an appropriate thing. When a creature's prone, any attack rolls within the within 5 feet of the creature are rolled with advantage. But I rolled a 1 on my save. So it is now prone and
Yes.
apparently restrained, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Grasping leaves and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot area around it, so it's 18 feet, so close enough. And just like make it difficult terrain.
So half movement.
Yeah.
Is it restrained or no?
It says restrained.
Yep.
Effect restrained. So
Yeah,
I guess
okay.
so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So anybody attacking it now has
creature
advantage.
restrained-
Go ahead. Sorry.
A creature restrained can use an action to make a strength check each round
Right.
to free itself. So it's an action to do that.
Yep. All attack rolls against this creature while it's restrained have advantage. So anybody whose turn it is to attack it can do so with advantage. And its attack rolls have disadvantage. And it also has disadvantage on dex saves. So nicely played. If you don't have 2 inspiration, like if you only have 1, you now have 2. If you have 0, you have 1.
And Lulu, for her bonus action, will go ahead and cast another healing word on Ezra.
Okay.
What was 2 is 6?
You were saying the math.
6.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, anything else, Lulu?
I'm running out of spells. That's it.
Okay. Ethan.
So I am going to reach into this crocodile's small, unimportant mind. And I am going to cast Mind Spike on it.
Oh, nice.
And don't worry about a saving throw because I'm going to use my portent roll, one of my portent rolls, and give him a 4.
Okay.
It's
He gets a
uh,
plus 11
D-
against mental spell attacks. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, damn it. It's a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Yeah.
So if he has any Wisdom bonus,
Nope.
you
No,
can add that
not nearly
to his
enough.
number.
Yeah. No plus 9s.
Right.
All right. Well
Then
done.
he will take. Oh, I just had it up and I got rid of it. 3d8 psychic damage.
Ooh. Great spell, man.
Of Mind Spike.
And he takes 14 points of psychic damage. And now I will always know where he is unless he leaves my plane of existence, which he's welcome to do.
Could be handy.
Wow.
If
That's
he's
fancy.
underwater. Okay.
And-
Nice. Well played. Bryphon.
I want to use
Oh.
some movement, though.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
How close am I to this creature?
You're within 5 feet. You're in melee.
Okay,
It
so
came lunged right out of the water at you guys.
well, if I'm in melee, he'll get an attack on me, won't he? If I move.
Restrained.
Yes.
Strength.
So it would be
Oh,
at
yeah.
disadvantage.
He gets it. He gets it even if even though he's restrained.
Yeah. All of his attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Then I won't move.
Okay.
I'll stay right where I'm at.
You sure?
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't scare me.
Okay.
He's already tasted Ezra. I'm sure he'll keep going after her.
She
I
is a
force-
snack.
Now she smells bad. He's like,
Yeah.
Bryphon, you are next.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to finish this zombie off that's in front of me.
Yep.
Does a 12 hit?
It does. It does indeed. Another dagger, pokey.
Yeah, another dagger pokey. And that is 7 damage.
Great. Describe for me how you end this zombie.
I take my dagger and I shove it right through its eye socket and twist it,
Ooh, yeah.
and then yank it.
Nice. And you do that, and you think you're gonna like get an eye or something. There's just nothing in there, and you just feel and hear the crunch of skull, and it just kind of slips off your dagger and whoosh, back into the water. Gross. Hey man, thanks for the sub. Whoever you are, Wiki VA. Appreciate that very much. Love the support, all of you, very much. All right, very good, nice. Anything else you'd like to do,
Serious
Bryphon?
gentleman.
How close is the crocodile think to Bryphon?
I'd say about 5 to 10 feet. Ezra is between you and the alligator, seated precariously on the trail, leaking from several wounds that have closed up to some significant extent. Thank you to the healing.
No, that'll be it.
Okay. We will move on to the zombie that is on Lulu. This thing's going to try one more time to slam her, and I'm pretty sure an 11 is not going to hit her armor class. In fact, I can look real quick because I have, kind of like Ethan, I can see all things. So this thing just rears up and tries to slam down on Lulu. Yeah, it misses. Lulu, you were just attacked. It rolled an 11 and it missed. The zombie that was. The crocagator monster beast is going to try to free itself. You know, it's just going to start thrashing and try to free itself from the thorny, thickety, viney entanglement that the druid cast. What did you say my DC was?
12 strength.
So a 19 will do it.
Damn it.
Yeah. So it's gonna
Well, it has no.
it's gonna free itself, and you just see like stuff flying as it flails around, and its tail flails, and it's snapping and trying to, and it gets free, but it's still stuck on its back, and it's gonna take all of its movement to get itself rolled back over. But it is free. It is on its belly, where it belongs, and it is now Ezra's turn.
Oh,
Ezra is going to use her sword to stand up.
You may do so.
And she's gonna look at it and just say, I think I could use some crocodile armor. And she's gonna same thing as before, slap her blade, and she's just gonna bring it down overhead directly onto
Nice.
the closest alligator bit that's not covered in wine.
Yeah, there's plenty of alligator meat to choose from with your blade.
That's a 23 to hit.
That'll do it. That's a good hit.
16 points of slashing damage and 1 point of thunder damage.
Okay, yeah, so you bring your blade down and open up a huge gash down the back and down one of the sides, and it kind of rides. And you know how alligators kind of hiss? Have you ever seen that, like on those wilderness shows? They open their mouth and kind of does that. Yeah, it's very unnerving when you see all that face coming at you, and you already know what it feels like to be in the grip of this beast.
Unfortunately.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it for me.
Okay. Lark, it's your turn.
I'm going to attempt to cast Inflict Wounds on the gator.
Very well.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
So basically, what you see is in the gash that Ezra just did, like that same black mist just sort of leaves out of Lark's fingertips and starts peeling back the skin
Yeah, gonna make
for
some
22 damage.
Gonna make some new shoes, huh? 22. Are you for real right now?
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. It's not enough, but it's nice. Yeah, so you see some of the skin peel back as this thing like looks and tries to figure out, what is, its skin's peeling back behind its head. Wherever that gash was that Ezralyn put in it, it starts to open wider, and the skin peels back from the gash, and you see crocodile meat and blood and bone, and this thing just hisses and writhes. Yes.
As that gash is opened wider, the spiritual weapon's going to aim right for it.
Nice. Roll me a to hit with your spine whip. That is so cool.
16.
That's a hit.
10 damage.
10 damage. Describe for me how you end this giant crocodile.
You think it's just going to whip it, but that's not really the spine whip style. It's extra as fuck. So it just shoots in, straightening out into the open wound, and you just hear like this strange like squelching sound as it goes into the gator, wrapping around the gator's own spine before ripping it out of the gator.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and it just kind of like, has like almost like it's having a seizure or something and twitches and it just falls limp. And now there's two spines hanging in the air, one hanging from the other, one significantly larger than the other.
I'm assuming a minute has passed by now in combat.
Um, Probably not quite.
Okay.
I would say we've probably had 4, 5, 6 rounds, so
Okay.
a little over half a minute.
Oh, all right. That works for me.
I wasn't recording rounds, but I know we didn't have 10 rounds in there.
And that's
Yeah, your spiritual
all,
weapon's still up.
That's all I got.
The swamp grows quiet aside from the sounds of swamp. As you stand there leaking fluids, those of you who have been hit and damaged, the smell of death and decay surrounds you from all of the zombie corpses. The crocodile kind of, some of its muscles still twitch as the last energies of life slowly leave its body. And everything grows quiet around you. What would you like to do?
Lark is gonna whip around to be like, Ezra, are you okay?
Fine.
Do you need healing?
I could use some, but don't waste your abilities. I'm just gonna sit down for a couple minutes.
Okay. Okay.
With
This
that,
doesn't-
I'm going to go ahead and let's call a 5-minute break.
Okie doke.
I'd like to stretch my dungeon mastery legs. So we will be back like 8:35. So don't anyone go away. Rebecca had to switch computers, so we'll reset the cameras real quick. That shouldn't be a big deal at all. We'll see you very shortly. Okay, we're back. Woo! That was the best break all night right there. Okay, so there's a giant crocodile carcass. There's, you can see some zombie corpses. Some have kind of sucked back down into the swamp from whence they came. All is quiet except the pounding of your hearts and the rushing of the blood through your ears.
I think I'm gonna just hedge my bets and take some salt and 2 silver pieces, or no, copper pieces, and put them on the gator and cast Gentle Repose so it can't be brought back as a dead thing. Just in case.
Okay. Yeah, that would be
Really
unfortunate.
like the
an
idea.
undead alligator, crocodile. That totally wouldn't be scary.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the time to do that ritual.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna take a short rest.
You got it. Yeah, anybody who would like to take a short rest,
Me.
you can
Eh,
spend some hit dice, if you wish, to regain some hit points. Any other things that reset for your short rest, by all means.
I got 19 altogether for my hit dice.
Nice.
I'm back up to full.
Ah, good.
I bandaged the hell out of myself.
Bryphon got whomped on pretty good too.
yeah, I did.
That's fun, right?
We have health potions.
Yeah, we have 2 each. But I'm holding on to them just in case. It's only early in the day.
Yeah. Do I have to cast Gentle Repose multiple times per corpse?
I
Like
think
a
it is a
blanket.
target corpse. I think it is. Let me look here real quick.
I feel bad, but I don't have enough spell slots to cast it for all the other dead guys.
He can take care of those. It's the big one we worry about.
Yeah, it's a touch on the corpse. So
Well, I mean, it's just they're not at rest. These things, the reason why I know so much about undead is because they're what my boss wants me to take care of. I'm supposed to put them at rest. And there's a chance they could be brought back again,
You can destroy them enough that they don't come back.
I guess, but to desecrate a body is. I'm not a fan.
I thought Helmvor was once everything's gone and you can't come back, the remains are material.
Yeah, he's like that, but I have a personal preference. Sorry, just. Death is kind of my whole thing. I have.
No, I get that. Just from your comments thus far, I thought it would be otherwise.
My various personalities have differing opinions. I'm of the opinion that, sure, once you're dead, body is irrelevant, but you want to leave something behind that people can still mourn and remember. Sort of like, it's like my holy symbol. To me, it helps me remember all the people that I've helped along the way, so to speak.
I can do that. Alright.
But I suppose, I mean, no one's mourning these guys. Or whoever would be, who's probably also passed along too.
Most likely.
Very long time ago. So I try not to get personal hang-ups on the job, but I get attached to things very easily. So,
Do what you need to do.
I honestly don't have enough money or spell slots to take care of these people, so hopefully the earth will just take care of them. Be fine. Last thing we need is an undead gator though, so that have to get dealt with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see you getting eaten by that.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
I'm sure if you put these zombies to rest, there's others to replace them in this swamp.
Always the beacon of positivity. Thank you.
Practical, I would say.
I'm getting real tired of practicality.
DM.
Yep.
With Lulu being a druid, is there anything she could like pray towards her goddess, or help with the decomposing thing? Possible?
What is it you're trying to do?
Well, Solana wants to, or Lark wants to, set the bodies to rest, right? Or
Yeah.
Make sure they're at peace, but that's more of a preventing them from becoming undead again sort of thing.
You
the
could.
California's like
Maybe-
really against the undead.
I mean, you could certainly
Right.
pray over them to your deity that perhaps she might be able to grant them eternal rest.
Okay. Well,
you could
Lulu
certainly
will
do
just
that.
say a quick prayer to her deity for them to return to the earth, not come back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As is often the case, whenever you find yourself out in nature and community, who's your deity again?
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Who's your deity again? Do you remind me?
Trying to figure that out right now.
Shantae, right?
Shantae?
Shantae?
Yeah, Shantae.
Oh, Shantae. Yeah, whenever you find yourself communing, praying, trying to center yourself, you get this overwhelming peace. And you look around the swamp, and all of a sudden the swamp seems much more beautiful and full of gifts than you had been seeing it. And you get the sense that somehow she will do what she can to give these creatures some sort of peace or rest.
Are there any like budding plants nearby in the area?
Oh yes, you're in a swamp full of greenery, forest. You know, there's lily pads,
Okay.
algae, there's ferns, trees, vines, all kind of things. It's very dense.
So before they continue, Lulu will take some time quickly and go around each of the re-deaded zombies and bloom anything that you can with druidcraft.
Okay, so you're trying to give him like sort of like a burial,
Make it look a bit nicer.
make him look. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just like to hopefully up the ante of not coming back.
Yeah, okay. You don't have any problem doing that. Not at all.
If I'm voting now,
Did none of those look like Rhodey, right? The zombies?
Oh, these things look like they've been in the swamp
what
for
Lulu needs to roll
centuries.
for.
These things have been really far decomposed. I mean, they are gnarly. And you remember, you're in a place called the Mirror of Dead Men. So it's not shocking that there would be some form of dead men.
No, but I just want to double check, you know, Lulu, because I have no idea what Rhodey looks like.
Brody has red hair and tall.
What color is red?
What?
I'm colorblind.
Mama once said red was like passion. Don't know what that means, but whatever passion is.
Okay.
Blood is red.
Passion-colored hair. Wait, what color am I? I've never asked anyone.
I don't remember Lark's description.
Like, he's like ash white, like just really.
You're unnaturally pale.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I look really light in comparison to most of my surroundings, so I assume
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
You wear very pale well.
Thank you.
Ooh. You Lark know heat of fire? How hot that is?
Yeah, it can be lots. Fire's a lot of different shades.
But the heat, it's like red. To Lulu mind.
So his head's just really hot. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Is there a way, in a non-colored sense, you can describe this gentleman?
A very, very tall humanoid, taller than me.
Tall.
Ezra
Oh,
put her,
so very nice.
her hand up about the height that she thinks he is. And be like, this tall and human. They're not common.
I don't want to be rude to humans in the group, but y'all look the same.
Just look for a really tall one.
I mean, like, I'll change into a human if I have to, but they're just no fun.
As y'all are sitting there, you've been hanging out for probably over an hour, getting a good catch your breath, getting your wounds bandaged, talking. You hear this just guttural shriek coming through the trees along the trail ahead.
Ezra is up with her sword ready.
Was it just a shriek, not a word or anything?
It was a shriek, yeah.
Did it sound at all like Rhodey?
Roll me an insight, please.
Oh boy.
It'd be ironic if he found us.
17.
I'll message you in Zoom.
Ugh.
You have a Zoom message.
Lulu will cock her head in like confusion for a second. Not Rhodey.
Oh, that's
Sound
probably
like a little creature like Lulu.
Well, whatever it is, we should probably go check it out.
sure.
There it is again!
Nice. Sounded like it came from on down this trail a little ways.
Guess we go. Is that what we're
Yeah.
doing?
Let's just.
I'll take point.
Okay. So you make your way up the trail, slapping mosquitoes and deer fly, as you go along, and pretty soon you hear these like stony, thin, shrieky voices.
This is your fault, idiot. Spiders eat your eyes. Well, we're never going to find food for the masters. We'll be the next ones they feed to the beast.
And you round a bend, and you see two small. It's hard to tell because they're hanging in this thick netting from some trees off to the left side of the trail. And they're hanging there above the ground, maybe 8 feet off the ground. And this net is suspended from the trees. Bryphon, you would easily see this as it's a hunting trap, like a snare. And these two small creatures are in there. And they're arguing and screaming at each other in very broken, shrieky, stony-sounding common.
We do something? I think maybe we should question them before we let them down.
That's probably a good idea.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Wonderful.
Okay, Lark is just gonna like get Zen, and all of a sudden you see like these black spots pulling on their face, and it forms like what you would imagine a skull looks like on their skin. It's just pigmented, like a tattoo. And they just flip their hood up and just slowly walk towards the guys hanging in the snare.
Okay. As you get closer, they don't seem to notice you. They're arguing and kind of, kicking and wriggling and writhing around, but you can tell through the, it looks like the net was probably disguised, because it pulled up like weeds and there's vines and weeds kind of stuck to it. It looks like it's been camouflaged for hunting. But you can see through all of that, and you would bet a paycheck that these are two goblins. And they're in this, what looks to be a hunting net, arguing with each other.
I'm gonna try to change my voice so it sounds like it's two-toned.
Okay.
I would say, foul creatures, heed my words.
Ah! Oh my God, what was that?
They start screaming and shrieking. Just absolutely blood-curdled sound. And they wriggle around so they can try and see you. Their eyes are like dinner plates. One of them hits the other one right in the face. They're just like,
This is your fault. Ah! We're doomed.
I am the god of death, and I come for you, and there's only one way to save yourselves.
Cut us down, or the masters will kill us and eat us.
No. You will help the next travelers you see, or I will come for you, and never-ending anguish and suffering will be brought down upon your heads.
But we're stuck in this net. How are we going to help anybody?
You will soon see. And then just throw down a smoke bomb and run back to the group.
they scream and shriek again. And you're pretty sure that at least one of them probably just wet themselves.
I'm gonna, as I get back to the group, morph back into Solana. Okay, I think they will be very cooperative if we ask them questions now.
Lark,
Possibly.
the DM would like to offer you an inspiration for that.
Thank you.
Very nice. That was exciting. Okay, so what are y'all doing?
Oh, you forgot the safe word.
Oh, pineapple. Why is that our safe word? What's a safe word?
What is safe word?
It's a code word to let us know that you're you.
Oh, that's not what I've been using safe words for.
Ezra knows, Ezra ignores.
Lulu is going to jump down from Bryphon's shoulder and move forward towards where the goblins are.
Mm-hmm. You can see them and they're struggling and fighting, and then they stop and they see you.
Who are you?
Hi.
Cut us down and we'll help you. We can make you rich. Do you like treasure?
Ezra will come up behind her.
Their eyes kind of get big. We'll help you too. We can make you rich too. Just I mean, but not if you don't cut us down. And one of them hits the other one.
Shut up.
Curses at him.
Just please help us. Get us down. We don't want to die in here.
Have you possibly seen a very tall humanoid with red hair?
They look at each other. They look at you.
If you cut us down and take us back, the masters will they'll reward you, because we're valuable.
Pretty sure we overheard you saying the masters will kill and eat you for fucking up. So
Yeah,
how
but
valuable can you be?
we work for them, and we do stuff, and we're like they need us.
Who are the masters?
The Dark Ones.
That's ominous.
Well, they're
They look at each other.
they're cruel and mighty. They're from underground. They're the Dark Elves.
Drow?
Yes. They're not far.
Wait,
We can take you to them,
Isn't-
and then they'll reward you for bringing us back.
to the group.
We're supposed to help you, right?
Isn't that who was meeting with the gnolls?
Yep.
Okay. If we cut you down, you'll take us there. Quietly.
Wait. Did you say red hair? There's
Yeah.
a red hair, really ugly, tall. Red hair. There's one there. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna feed him to the beast.
What the hell is the beast?
Yeah. It breathed fire. And it caused the tunnel to collapse. And we're trying to get out. When they're
While
running,
they're talking,
they're running out of food
Lulu's
for
already
the beast.
skittering up the tree.
They're running out of food for the beast.
While they're talking,
Mm-hmm.
Lulu is already up the tree into whatever branch or something that they're already attached to, and is like clambering down the trap towards them. No name, no name.
Well, this is Snarg and I'm Eagle. Now, cut us
Oh,
down.
not your name.
Ooh, what's your name?
Lulu.
Okay, good. Cut us down.
Goblin have siblings.
They look at you. One of them's missing almost all of its teeth, and it looks like it's got like this patchwork sort of armor that looks like it might even be made out of like spider silk or something. It's really weird looking. The other one has an ear missing, and if you look at its face, its eyes move in opposite directions when it looks around. And that one starts to kind of look down and pet its own head. And Snarg hits it.
Stop doing that. It's creeping me out.
While
Goblin
Lulu,
know what siblings are.
No.
while
Lulu just rolls her eyes in annoyance. Blue cut down. Must promise not to break promise of helping us.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to help you because,
That one. And Snarg hits Eagle like, shh.
yeah, we'll help you
Oh,
because we're supposed to.
oh. Okay, but if Lulu see not help, Lulu kill with poison.
They look at you very fearfully.
Okay. Can release now. I think Lulu has anything to cut with them down with.
Okay. So you can cut the ropes that are hanging the hunter's net trap in the tree, and they fall to the swamp floor with a thud and a splat and a grunt and a few choice curse words for you. And they get up and get themselves all out of the netting, and you know. And as I described, one of them is more in like tattered clothing, bits of leather and hide. It's missing an ear. That's the one with the eyes that go in opposite directions. And then she kind of looks down and whimpers softly and pets her own head again. And Snarg like cuffs her, and goes over and picks up a couple of like sharpened sticks that they are probably using for spears.
We're out hunting for food. Very valuable to the drow. If you bring us back, they'll reward you.
Lulu will drop down from the trap and land right beside them. How tall are the goblins?
Oh, maybe 4 feet. 4 feet,
Okay.
1 or 2. They're not, they're not very big. They're very, very, very skinny, emaciated. You can see ribs, and their faces are kind of gaunt. Like I said, Snarg is missing most of his teeth.
If Lulu give jerky, Lulu be friends with you?
It's jerky. Can you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lulu favorite food.
We're very hungry.
Lulu has some pockets on her leather outfit, and she'll pull like a bit of jerky from each pocket and hold it out in two little hands towards them.
They reach out, take it, sniff it, and they both just devour it quickly.
Okay. Good. Very good.
Okay, friends with Lulu now, so no backstab Lulu, okay?
Well, we'll take you back, so you can get your reward.
We're probably not going to get the reward, right?
We're
You're gonna
we're the
bring us
hunters
back
of
to
the
kill us.
what? What do you mean? Of course we will. We're valuable.
Sure.
They kind of look at each other like, why wouldn't we get a reward? And they kind of head down the trail, not even waiting for you, not running away, just not waiting for you.
Just as a note, Lulu will stay very close to them, just like keeping an eye on them. So she'll
Okay.
like walk right behind them.
Yeah, so they're gonna scamper off, and they get a little ways away, and they'll stop and wait, turn around, kind of eagerly, almost like puppies.
Come on, come on. Take you back to the hideout.
And they're kind of waving you along.
Everyone be ready. We're going to walk into something bad.
And
Yep.
it's about a half hour, 45 minutes of walking, and then they take a left off the trail. But this looks like a fresh footpath, like it's not devoid of plant life. It's all the plant life is smashed and matted down. A lot of it's dead and broken and bruised looking. So it looks like it's been a recently fresh trail. And they
Come on, it's down here.
and it's pretty dense. It's almost difficult terrain through here. They don't seem to have too much trouble, but anybody who's Lulu and the goblins do okay, but the rest of you probably struggle a little bit to keep up because it's dense and viney and thorny, and there's hot spots here and there. By hot spots I mean ankle deep water. It's tougher to navigate, and Lulu and the two goblins get to almost where you can't see them. They're getting far away because they're able to move more quickly. And this trail kind of winds around trees, around occasionally there's a big boulder. You pass the crumbling corner of a foundation of some small building, and this path just winds on for probably another good half an hour. And you all catch up to them as they have stopped. And Snarg kind of points through the trees. And you look and you see what looks like the ruins of a small keep. Castle-y, keepy sort of thing. It's got walls. Some of them have crumbled down. There's one part of it, there's kind of a tower that raises above the walls. And there looks like a kind of an entryway. A lot of debris, wood broken apart. There's steps going up to it, and there's a door.
You're in there.
Yeah, this seems a lot like a trap.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of look at each other.
Well, I mean, they're you got to go in the door and then another room, and they're in there. They're all going to be in there. There's more goblins in there too. They don't treat us very good. They make us do all the work.
Many drow.
Drow, yes.
How many?
Or another way in?
I mean, you could probably figure out how to go down the tower, but I don't know. I know we've never been that way. The only way I know is that door in the front. That's how we go in.
How many drow?
Oh boy! And they kind of look at each other and start counting. And one of them says 5, and the other one says 12. And then they start arguing with each other. Almost to the point where they kind of behave like they almost forget you're staying in there. They get embroiled in this argument about how many drow there are.
Let's get some cover. And Ezra will step off to the side a little bit farther into the bush and just kind of hunker down and keep an eye on the door.
Okay.
Where are you going? What are you waiting for? Come on.
We're gonna rest.
You're bringing back the 2 best hunters and scouts. They're going to be very happy.
You guys can go ahead and just don't mention us at all.
Well, how are you going to get your reward?
We'll talk to them later.
Lulu wanna go down though. Rhodey might be in there.
If we just go walking in, Lulu, we might die.
You all think we can get up to the tower?
There's a wall around the keep that's broken down in places. There's plenty of gaps in the wall, but the only place you can see an entrance, like I said, from where you are, is that door. It looks like just a kind of an entryway with some rubble and debris in front of it, not blocking it, just and it looks like a kind of almost like a gatehouse entryway.
I say we should try that.
I'm gonna lean in real close to Ezra so only that she can hear. Do you think we need to kill these goblins?
Probably. Just we need them to be quiet.
I can kill one. You get the other.
Sure.
Alright. So, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead
Okay.
on one of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna need the one on the left to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Just hang on a second. Why am I having so much trouble? Here we go.
And I'm gonna reach out, concentrate, and cast Ice Knife at the other one.
Did you say wisdom save, Lark?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the DC?
12.
Hit it exactly. What's the ice knife? Is that a ranged attack, Ezra? Okay.
It would be a 16 to hit,
That hits.
and it is 8 damage.
Okay, it goes down. Just drops in a heap.
And the other one needs to make a dex save.
That's a 7.
Fails. Needed to beat a 13, and so it's going to take 5 points of piercing damage from the exploding ice knife.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's still up and it shrieks. Ah, what are you doing? As shards of ice go into it, it begins to bleed. Looks to be severely wounded, but it's still
I'm gonna
up.
quickly grab its head and try to snap its neck.
Okay. Roll me a strength roll.
18.
18, you say?
Yes.
Ooh, I have an 18 as well. So it kind of puts its arms up, and you get a hold of its head, and you've got it, but you're unable to snap it. And it's just looking at you, blood's coming out of its mouth, and it's got this look of disbelief.
All right, then I'm just gonna cover its nose and its mouth and suffocate it.
Okay, another strength.
Natural 20.
Okay, I rolled a 4. So you're able to get your mouth over its nose and press, and it, it's trying to get free, and its eyes are like, wildly looking around, and it's twitching and jerking, and finally it just goes lifeless, limp in your hands.
I just drop it.
Yeah, the creepy thing about it is its eyes are locked on yours as it passes. As it expires, it's just like looking into your eyes.
It's not the first time.
And it's down.
Lulu could have followed in. Invisible. But fine.
Everything is
Look.
quiet.
These two are loudmouths. We would have been found out in like 2 seconds.
We going in?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't make myself small enough to transform into a goblin.
Well, if we are going in, Lulu will pass without a trace.
Is-
I'm not sure what does. Oh. Yeah. So pass without a trace in the party.
Okay, what's that do for y'all?
Basically, it gives everyone a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks,
Okay.
and cannot be tracked except by magical means.
Okay, very good. So you're going to make your way up to the gatehouse that is pretty much, it looks like it was made of wood, and so it is all falling down and rotted. There's debris. Make your way up there.
First, I'm gonna check the goblins for a key.
Okay, yeah. You can search the goblins. They each have a pouch. There's some crude dice on Snarg and 3 copper. And there is some hair and some small bones and 4 copper in Eagle's pouch. And a nice, smooth, shiny, dark rock.
I'm gonna give Lulu the shiny rock.
Ooh. Are we being sneaky?
Yes, we should be very sneaky. There's no key or anything on them, so hopefully this door is not locked.
Well, now we extra sneaky.
Shall we go, guys?
And Lulu would love to stealth, but I don't know if the rest of the party does or not.
Yeah.
All right, so are all of you going to stealth your way up to the collapsed gatehouse then? Is that the plan?
I think so.
Okay, everybody make a stealth check.
+10.
That should be fine.
And you
plus
add
10. Good.
you add 10 to your roll.
Oh,
25 for Lark.
20 for Ezra.
16 for Lulu. Thank goodness I pass out a chase.
I got a 29.
I got 22.
Nice. Yeah, so you all sneak up there very quietly. Not a sound is made. In fact, Lark, you step on a branch and it breaks and it doesn't even snap. That's how stealthy you are. You're kind of like, whoa, that's weird.
Very still.
Yeah, so you get up and it's just a battered iron door. You go up a couple steps to it.
Is anyone good at checking for traps?
I can use.
Lulu can try. Hold all the good trap makers.
Man, what just happened? Everybody's camera moved position. That's really weird. I looked up and you all are in different spots. Okay, you're going to look for traps. Roll investigation.
Alright. That's a 7, because 3 seems the lucky number tonight.
Yeah, you look at the thing and it's just this beaten, rusted door. That really hard to make sense out of what it is. It's just a door. Doesn't look like anything, no more, no less. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Lulu knows see traps, but Lulu also not very good at goblin traps.
Okay, should we try to open this thing?
It's
Alright.
the only way we'll get in.
I'm gonna walk up to it, but I'm gonna use Mage Hand. Turn the doorknob.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah, the door's not locked and it opens.
Anyone else find it odd that it's not locked?
Probably well guarded then. Let's just be quiet and head into the shadows.
Alright.
Okay. So the door opens. I'm going to see something real quick here. And it's pretty dim in here. The only light that's in the room at this point is light that has entered from the doorway. The room is looks like it's 15 feet wide and about 30 feet deep. Straight across from this door is another door that's closed. There's bones, debris, spider webs. There's also, looks like skeletons on the floor in rotting armor, 4 of them. They look pretty old. Kind of, splayed out like, that's where they died kind of thing. And each has an arrow or 2. Some have 2 or 3. And that's what you see.
Their bodies with arrows in them.
Skeletons.
So, can we tell what kind of skeleton they're like, goblinoid or humanoid?
Probably human. They're human-sized. The skulls are shaped like you'd expect for a human. The hands seem human-sized. Yeah.
You said there was one door leading out?
Yeah, all the way across the room, 30 feet across. And it looks like, and you're facing west. It looks like on the north side of the room there's a 10 by 10 alcove, kind of a square alcove along the back, the far wall.
Or I have dark vision. Do I see anything in there?
Nope.
Would Lulu smell anything of Rhodey in this room? Like
Make a perception
perhaps where
check.
he had stepped? Okay. Come on. 19 plus.
Is there something you have that gives you some kind of special smelly smell thing, or are you just hoping to
No, I
smell
mean,
them?
Kobold's kind of like dog-like, so. Otherwise, not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get. I mean, it smells old in here. It smells dusty. That's kind of what you get smell-wise.
Which way should we go?
I don't know.
You kill our guide, so.
Wait, since when am I a guide?
No, she said you killed. Lark killed our guides.
Hey, it wasn't just me.
Lulu, do you feel comfortable scouting? Bryphon? If you guys are can... Lulu, you can. You're small. Would it be easy for you to check a few things? But the thing is, even if you see your brother, you have to come right back to us so we can come get him with you. You can't go in there by yourself if you see something.
Lulu can scout, but yeah.
And I'll look at Bryphon just to see if she's okay with. I don't want to send her off to get killed. So.
I think she's frozen.
Yeah.
Oop, Bryphon froze. So Lulu, you gonna kind of scout ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna go through the room or whatever? Like, what are you doing? Describe your action for me.
Well, passive without a trace lasts for an hour, I think.
Okay.
So she'll be using that, but so there was a locked door and then just a doorway, or
It's a door. I mean, you're 30 feet from
door.
it, so you don't know if it's locked. You haven't gone over there yet, so.
oh, okay. Well, Lulu will go towards the door and like see if she can under it.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, so you go over there, and it's kind of a similar door to the one you just came in. It's another iron door. It's, beaten and battered. It's rough looking. It's rusty in places. Same hardware. You kind of pick your way through the bodies. Again, they have, multiple arrows sticking out of them.
Okay.
But everything looks pretty old.
Lulu will try to open the door.
Okay. The door is unlocked, so you are easily able to open the door.
So she'll open it just enough for herself to go through, so like it's not as noticeable.
Okay. Kind of crack it open.
Hopefully. Yeah. She'll shimmy on in. And she'll stay low to the ground, like kind of like on all fours versus bipedal.
Okay. Yeah, so you open the door to this space, and it's about 40-foot wide space, and it's square. It's 40-foot wide, 40-foot deep. The door is close to the south wall. You're facing west, so it's closer, like it's only 5 feet away from the wall on the left, and it's 30 feet away from the wall on the right. In the room, you see broken boards, cracks in the floor. It's very dim in here, much dimmer than the room you were in, because again, there's no windows in here. There's no real light source, so it's pretty dark. There's cracks. The floor is kind of pitched and uneven in places. And this is a stone building. There's wood and planks, debris, If there was furniture in here, it's all busted up. There's, some loose rock debris. And there's a door in the center of the wall across from you. So in the center of the west wall. So it's about 40 feet away from, or 20 feet away from the south wall and about 30 feet away from, or 15 feet away from the north wall.
Okay. Well, Lulu has dark vision, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
She will head towards the door, but in doing so, kind of like skitter underneath things, like broken chairs, all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go ahead and roll
trying
me
to,
stealth
be
again.
hid from. Okay.
See if you can stealth your way over. What's the rest of the party doing?
20.
Okay, yeah, so you stealth your way across. Where are you headed in the room?
Lurking.
Where are you headed in the room?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Towards the door, but she's like using the debris as cover.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So you pick your way across the room. Are you going over to the door?
Yeah, so same kind of thing. See if she can look under the door at all.
Okay. All right, very good. So you get to the door, and there's a door. This door is slightly ajar. It's open just a little bit. It's an iron door, like the other doors. And as you get, I don't know, you get about probably 10, 15 feet from the door. Sorry, I'm trying to find something as I'm talking to you here. It's really weird. All of a sudden, you start to glow, like you're outlined in this really cool violet, flickery, shimmery light that outlines you. And any of the debris that's in this room starts to glow. And this end of the room, not the entire room. And you're lit up by this strange glow. And the door kicks open, and a crossbow bolt comes at you. Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yeah.
You take 5 damage, and I need a DC 16 con save.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. This is the saving con throw.
Con saving throw, yeah.
Okay. 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of stand there and you kind of wobble and you fall kind of to your knees and your stomach hurls. And you could just, that acrid sort of vomity right to the top of your throat, and you manage to kind of take a deep breath and keep it down. But you do not feel good. You really do not feel good. You are poisoned. Okay?
No.
Thankfully, you're not unconscious. And with that, we're going to stop right there. And we're gonna I had a request to end a little early tonight, so we're gonna do that. So any questions? Anybody have any questions on what you just saw happen there?
No. I mean,
Panic.
yes, but no.
Lulu stealthed across the room, and as she got close to the door, it opened, and she was hit by a crossbow bolt. And you all saw her wobble a little bit and drop to a knee. And that's where we're going to stop.
Darn it, Lulu.
And we lost
Uh-oh.
Lulu tried to be sneaky.
We lost Bryphon.
Shouldn't have eaten all that jerky. Gotcha.
So with that, we're going to end right there. Let's go around the room. Lulu, since you're the poisoned one that just got hit with a crossbow bolt, tell us something exciting about your night and who you are and all of that.
Well, first of all, ugh.
Right. Yeah, you managed to keep it down.
Oh.
Yeah, you kept it down, but it was close.
Well, this has been Lulu. Signing off. Don't tell Chicken.
Okay.
No.
So you see your friend Lulu get hit with a crossbow bolt, and she's pretty woozy. Ethan.
Hey everybody, Chris, WikiVA on the Discords and Twitch. You can find me here on Wednesdays, and that's the only place you can find me.
All right. Ezra. Sorry, I'm making notes here as we finish up.
I'm Miss Misery. You can find me here on Wednesdays. On Saturdays, I am on Cranio's dad's channel for a homebrewed Ghosts of Saltmarsh game.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Miss_Misery_, and that's it.
Okay. Shannon, Lark.
Well, it's been fun, but guess we're going to Lulu's funeral next week.
Yeah.
You can find me on Saturdays with Kayla over at Cranio's channel, where I play more disastrous characters. Every Wednesday you'll find me here playing this disastrous character, and then you can find me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram under Shanalogic, and you can see me just be a disastrous human being.
And we enjoy watching the fire burn.
Yes, I'll keep you all warm.
That's right. Warm my fingers and toes on Shannon's burning dumpster. Okay, and I'm Scott. I'm Wally Hobbit. I'm your dungeon master, and I'm tormenting these lovely people, and it's really fun. We'll be back with this game next Wednesday at 7. We play Greyhawk Tales, which is Pathfinder set in that classic Greyhawk setting. We play that on Sundays at 1 p.m. And then Monday nights we play Mysteries in the Dalelands. That's a D&D game like this one set in Faerun. And it actually is running at the same time, like concurrently with this game. So who knows in days, weeks, months, and years to come what will happen with that. So I do invite you to join our Discord. Put that in the chat. And we're going to bail out of here. So thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. And we will see you all in 1 week. Thank you very much. Take her easy.